What would you do if you came home unannounced only to find your family maid doing something shocking with your father? That's the dilemma a billionaire faced when he returned unexpectedly, and froze at what he saw. Before we continue, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we share stories that make you think, question, and feel every single word. Michael Anderson was only 34 years old, but he was already a self-made billionaire. His father, Mr. Anderson, had raised him alone after the death of his mother 20 years earlier. They had always been close, but as Michael's business empire grew, his time with his father grew shorter. Mr. Anderson was now in his 70s. His health had begun to decline, his hands trembled, his steps were slow, and he sometimes forgot things. To make life easier, Michael had hired a maid named Clara. She was in her mid-30s, soft-spoken, and always kept the mansion spotless. Michael trusted her enough to leave her with his father whenever he traveled. One evening, Michael closed a business deal in Dubai much earlier than expected. He smiled at the thought of surprising his father. Nobody knew he was coming home. He wanted to walk into the mansion quietly and catch everyone off guard. His private jet landed at midnight, and within the hour, Michael's black Bentley rolled into the driveway of their massive estate. He dismissed the driver and carried his own suitcase inside. The house was quiet, too quiet. As Michael entered, he noticed the living room lights were dimmed. The housekeeper wasn't around, and the place looked spotless as usual. But then, he heard it. A soft laugh. It was coming from upstairs. Michael frowned. Who would be laughing in his father's room at this hour? His first thought was suspicion was Clara entertaining someone in the house, or worse. Could she be taking advantage of his father's loneliness? He tiptoed upstairs, his heart racing. As he approached the door, the voices became clearer. His father's low chuckle mixed with Clara's gentle tone. Michael pushed the door slightly open and froze. Clara was sitting on the edge of the bed, spoon-feeding his father with homemade soup. But it wasn't just that. The way she leaned close, wiping his mouth carefully, and the way his father's eyes softened as he looked at her. It felt intimate, almost too intimate. Michael's chest tightened. His first reaction was anger. Was the maid trying to replace his late mother? Was she trying to trap his father emotionally, maybe even financially? He clenched his fists, ready to step in and confront her. But then he heard something that stopped him cold. His father whispered, his voice trembling, "Clara, you remind me of my wife. The way you care for me, the way you don't treat me like a burden. You've given me back my dignity." Clara smiled softly and replied, "Sir, you're not a burden. You're family to me. I only do what I'd want someone to do for my own father." Michael's anger melted into guilt. For the first time, he realized how lonely his father had been. He had given him wealth, mansions, cars, but not enough time. Clara had stepped into that void, not as a schemer, but as a comforter. Michael quietly stepped into the room. Clara jumped, startled, nearly dropping the soup bowl. "Sir, you're back?" "We didn't know," she stammered. Michael held up his hand. "It's okay." He looked at his father, who had tears in his eyes. Then Michael did something no one expected. He walked over, hugged Clara gently, and said, "Thank you for taking care of my dad the way I should have." Clara blinked in shock. "Sir, I was only doing my job." Michael shook his head. "No, that's more than a job. That's love. And from today, you're not just the maid. You're family." That night, Michael sat with his father and Clara, listening to old stories, laughing together. For once, he felt peace. He realized that sometimes what looks suspicious at first can actually be the purest form of love. If you were in Michael's shoes, how would you have reacted after walking in on that scene? Would you have misunderstood, or would you have looked deeper like he did? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that will keep you hooked till the end.